Happy Saturday, world. Hope you're all well out there. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hit that thumbs up as you're rolling in.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Who's ready to wear your pearls? Let's go.
Come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see.
Deborah, thank you so much, my dear. Welcome back to the Pearl family.
In this place we keep it real.
Let's keep it real, y'all.
Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun.
Here we go.
Shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew.
Yes, it is all.
Together we will save the day. With every laugh, we lift our hearts. In the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Catch those pearls, let's take the ride.
Thank you, darling lady. Appreciate you.
We lift our hearts. In the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. But we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Thank you so much, Lady for Justice, for gifting a pearl necklace. If you received that, make sure you give our girl a big old thank you. Let's go.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth.
Yeah, I'm right, Ebony.
Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls and take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Thank you, Joanne, for my love. Thank you, darling.
Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal.
Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you so much. My love.
So hit subscribe and join the crew.
Well, Muscles and Mascara. There she is. Working the runway.
Save the day. Every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Touch the world, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. And your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with moi. Today is February 15th, 2025. It is currently 9:46 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my beautiful girls. True crime junkie. Thank you for asking about Brandy. She is doing better right now. She has a very, very important doctor's appointment coming up very soon. She's actually gained 2 pounds, which is amazing. And she's probably the most stable that she has been in a while. So thank you for your prayers, every single one of you. Really do appreciate it. So just pray her doctor's appointment goes good. She has to, she has a really good doctor that she has to travel to. But thank you so much for asking about that. Yeah. So it's been good. Yeah, flooding is everywhere, like on the East Coast right now. It is crazy. If you was here with my live earlier, uh, thank you, my darling. If you was here with my live earlier, I got a big old warning. My phone started going, you know, it was a flash flood warning. And it really hasn't stopped raining here in probably 20 hours, like not a second. Not a second it has stopped raining. But I don't live in an area that floods, thankfully. Um, but there's a lot of people around me that do. And so I think there's going to be a lot of flooding. There's a lot of tornadoes. Yeah. Lisa said tornado warning near Clarksville. I'm assuming Tennessee, Clarksville, Tennessee, heading east. I know there's been a lot of tornadoes today and a lot of tornado warnings. So wherever you are, praying for safety. This has been the longest winter I have saw. You think so, Grace? Um, this has been we've had not a lot of snows this year, but the snows that we have been big. Yeah, really, really, Tammy. Wow. We are under a tornado watch here until 10 in Louisiana until 10. Wow. Yeah. Um, we're gonna talk about a few things. Thank you all so much for gifting. I really do appreciate that. I don't know if StreamYard has switched something up, but I can't go back and see the super chats and the gifts, and I don't like that. I'm hoping it's just a glitch. I don't know why they would take that off, especially StreamYard when you are literally charging us almost double. Almost it there was a I've never seen a price increase like that in my entire life. Almost double. I went from I think it is double. Hold on. What is it now? It went from $50. Well, there was a $25, and then the $25 went to $44. And then I've always had like the premium, uh and that was $50. Then now it's like $100, 88, $99, something like that. It's like I've never seen such an increase. Usually it's $5 or $10 or something like that. It doubled. It's crazy. Thank you, widow. Thank you, my dear. I really, really do appreciate you. Really, I saw the car you showed. Texas, about 1 hour from Arkansas. I'm a trucker. Just drove by it. It was in emergency lane. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I pray. Oh my God, I pray. Thank you so much, widow. Thank you so much. Oh, I pray. I thank you so much for calling that in. They are most likely in Arkansas. That's where they're familiar with, right? Everything has doubled our grocery. Everything. It's crazy. He shared they doubled it and didn't even warn us. I paid 2 months of double price before. Yeah. Yep. No warning, nothing. And the thing about it is, like, I used to use Melon, um, and Melon has more options and stuff. However, StreamYard is literally the most simple to use. Like, with a lot of our other streaming that we do, there's just a lot more buttons you have to press to get something done while you're live. And I'm a one-man band. That's all I got. So it's easier for me. I mean, if you're like a really big ass platform, you can afford to hire people in the back office and they can click it for you while you're live. But you got me. So uh see, this is how the word spreads and could return someone safely. Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. I pray, widow, I just pray that that's them. I really do. Really do. Eggs prices are crazy. I have chickens. I got chickens. They don't lay eggs yet. but they probably will soon. Uh, please keep us posted on. Well, I mean, we'll probably know, but Widow, I pray that that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, thank you, Carol. Thank you so much. 10.99 for a dozen of eggs. Yeah. I there's a couple things that I will only buy organic. One is eggs. I only buy organic eggs, and I only buy organic milk, and I only buy organic strawberries and organic blueberries and stuff like that, because they are very toxic. Normal ones are like it's really bad. But anyway, so I'm kind of used to paying, you know, I pay what, about $7 for a gallon of milk. Eggs and organic. I usually try to, if I can get them at Sam's Club, if they have the organic eggs, um, I get them at a better price. It's like, I think it's 2 dozen, it's 3 dozen. So yeah. Thank you, Lori. I am trying, girl. I'm trying. I used to be a size 29 waist, and then I went to a 38. And now I'm down to a 34. And I want to lose about 20 more pounds. 20 more pounds. 15, 20 more pounds. And I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I don't want to lose too much. I used to be too skinny. I used to be way too skinny. I look back and I'm like, you should have ate a fucking cheeseburger, Justin. What was wrong with you? You wanted to be that skinny? Why? Um, but then I got limes, and then I was on uh steroids for months and months and months. And you know, that does it to you. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you, my dear. I wear a 27, used to wear a 25. Yeah, well, with I was able to fit in a pair of pants that I haven't been able to fit in for a while, so it's very good. Um, they are, when you have if you have any sort of, you know, any any autoimmune, any RA, Lyme's, anything like that, you're gonna need steroids sometimes. But there are plenty of chickens in the store. Whole chickens, chicken parts. Where are the eggs? Just saying. Is there a lack of eggs? Oh, I did see where they had to unalive. Thank you, Sharon, by the way. Thank you so much. Um, several, it was like million chickens because of, I think it was the avian flu. I think it's been really going around. 15 pounds at most. Don't get too thin, Justin. Yeah. Um, I mean, I went from 130. I honestly, and I'm like, when I was 130 pounds, people thought I was 98 pounds or something. I would like, I guess, more dense than I look, like muscle wise. So, like, at my skinniest, I was 129 pounds. Um, I think that when I look the best is about 150 to 160 pounds. Um, but then I've been over 200 pounds before. So I've been it all. Low carb, low carb. I kind of do Atkins and I kind of do it with intermittent fasting as well. Kind of a both. I don't starve myself or anything like that. Just eating sensible, really. And just move. Just move. Yeah. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Yeah. I feel so much better when I don't have sugar. I love sugar. Sugar doesn't love me though. What's the diet secret? Low carb. That's it. Just low carb. I can't do the keto though. If I don't have some carb, I have to have carbs. Like I have done the keto and it makes me mental. I get really emotional. I don't feel good. And they're like, "Oh, it's the keto flu." Like 3 weeks later, it's the keto flu. No, I need carbs. I need some sugar. Um, and I know that because when I was like, "Hell with this, something's wrong." When I went and ate carbs, I could literally feel my brain tingle again. Like I could feel me coming back to life almost. It's so weird. Uh, I cannot do straight keto. No, nope. So there's that. Low carb, but yeah. It just depends, if you can stay below 20 or 30 grams of carbs a day, you're good. I think whenever you first start out, um, to kickstart it, but just move really and eat sensible. Yeah, protein, protein. Yeah, yeah, roller girl. Yeah, it does. But it just doesn't work for me. Uh, it just doesn't work for me, the keto thing. I'm more of an Atkins, more Atkins, if you will, which I mean they're all very, very similar, but I do have to have some carbs. I do. I'm just not gonna live without some carbs. I love bread too. I love bread. All the good things is bad for you. Just the way it is. I don't know. Anyway, that's such good news. I hope that something goes on with. Oh, you just send me a little poodle. Do you mind if I share that picture? Hold on. Can I share? One second. I talked. Okay, here it is. The last 30 minutes, I'll find the other. Okay. Share these right here. Okay, hindsight does this. Okay. All right. So I do want to share something. We're talking about the Sebastian Rogers case. Uh, Hope all of you, Bubbly Beth, thank you so much, my dear, for renewing the membership. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, lovies. Um, so this 1 second. Okay, bear with me 1 second. I apologize. Just reading something here. Want to talk to you guys about something. Hindsight shared this earlier, and this is Bobby. Bobby talking about um, Mr. Foot. And I have not actually heard this yet. Now, I really like Bobby. I think she is a good person. I think she has got a lot of unfair press, if you will, local YouTube stuff. I think she kind of got off the beaten path for a moment. Um, and this is because I think she was told things um, and believed them from certain people. One of the last times I spoke to her, that was whenever she was talking to these people, and she said to me, she said, Justin, someone told me that Seth was not at work for 3 hours. And, I said, I just told her, I said, Bobby, I know that that is not the case. I can tell you that 100% without a doubt is 1000% inaccurate. Totally just inaccurate. And she's like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And all of that. And so, I think she was listening to some wrong people for a moment and believing them. There's only a few things that we can say for sure in this case. And is that one, Seth wasn't at work, or Seth was at work. God, sorry. Seth was a little at work. Boy, they'll clip that one. Uh, they'll be like, see, Justin said Seth wasn't at work. It's called a misspeak. Um, Seth was at work, and or Justin slipped. Justin slipped. Here it is. Um, these fucking people, man. Uh, and the second thing is that we, out of all the people we know who took a lie detector test, is Seth and passed, right? And passed. Ooh, what's going on here? What'd I do? Bear with me 1 second. YouTube's acting, or not YouTube, StreamYard. You're right, Trishy. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And I can tell you locally there, really anywhere you go, the only place that people don't think uh that something isn't wrong with what's going on with KK at minimum is a few creators on YouTube. Any other place, it's not even, it's like duh. It's pretty simple, right? Um Bobby is related to her family. I don't know what that, I think we all are, aren't we? Okay. Credit goes to our hindsight 2002. What is that song she sings? The summer of 2002. I love that song. What's her name? Marie something. I forget her name. It's a good song. Very good song. Let me give our dear hindsight. Does anyone know that song? The comments on local news is very telling. Yeah, it is. It is. And also, they are Edgar and KK. No, it's not Marie Osmond. Hold on. I love that song. Anne Marie. The song is called 2002. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Let's give it. Let's go. Thank you to our beloved hindsight. Thank you for all you do, hindsight, as well. This is my first time hearing this because I know it, you know, must be something because I've gotten like probably 10 texts about this.
She drugged him and either drugged him to the point of knocking him. The question is how they, after we know about what happened with the whole light thing, and now we've got it confirmed for a fact where the lights went. But I know that my kids were over in the construction area. And let me rephrase this before anybody assumes anything. My kids were not standing next to the dogs when they jumped in the water. They were at the top of the hill, on top of the dirt mound, and could see the dogs from where they were standing. But they were not walking with them. They were over there in the property with them. The dogs jumped into the pond. The handler had to pick up and drag the dog out of the water because it's like quicksand. And when he came back out of the water and they walked back up to the back of the property where our house meets the construction area, my kids were out there and asked, what happened? And the
So, who is speaking is Bobby, the neighbor, in the neighborhood of Edgar and KK. Yes, this was recorded of her not knowing, which is a very, very, uh, really unethical thing to do, is to record someone not knowing that they're being recorded and being shared out to the world. I don't know who first recorded this, but this is why people will not. This is why people do not trust a lot of YouTubers. This is why. It's just why.
handler said he jumped in the water. And my kids were like, "What do you mean? Why did he jump in the water?" Well, no.
I don't know if it's a one party or a two party state. To me, it doesn't. I mean, it does matter legally, but it's also, it's just, regardless, it's just a very unethical thing to do, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Um one of the people that I speak into the neighborhood, it took over 3 months for her to finally trust me, that she would speak to me because of people, because most of them will be like, they'll record, they'll want to get one interview out of them, and, hell with them after that. That's not the way you should work. Just not the way you should work.
Not only did he tell my kids that, but he told my neighbor down the street the exact same thing when they came door to door asking for video footage and do you mind if we search your property? Her husband asked him, did you guys, the dog was right there. Her husband asked, did you guys get any hits? And the guy said the exact. I think that Katie was at home. And when when Monday morning, when my neighbor that's directly across the street from their house, who Stephen actually saw today, when she called me that Monday morning around 8 o'clock asking me if I had heard what was going on, of course, at that point in time, I literally just got up and I didn't know what was going on. Her story to me by Katie was that Katie had gotten back from Texas Roadhouse and Sebastian took the trash out, and then she was sitting on the couch watching TV, and Sebastian was in his room. Okay. Right. Sebastian was in his room and supposedly supposed to be getting ready for bed, whatever. Well,
What was that?
Her story to me by Katie was that Katie had gotten back from Texas Roadhouse and Sebastian took the trash out, and then she was sitting on the couch watching TV, and Sebastian was in his room. Okay. Right. Sebastian was in his room and supposedly supposed to be getting ready for bed, whatever. Well, Katie was on her couch, and I think it was about 10:30 or so. She heard a thunk and yelled across the house, Sebastian, what are you doing?
It's very interesting. We've been speaking about. Oh, thank you, Lady Freedom. Good to see you, love. Thank you so much, Lady Freedom. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Pearl family. And may I say, pearls look amazing on you, darling. Thank you so very much. This is kind of part 2 of that 6-hour window. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to single you out. If you weren't the only one, I apologize. That's just the last. I just looked up, and that was the one I saw. Yeah. I try not to get into politics or anything like that in here. But anyway, if you go to Sebastian going to bed at 9 o'clock, right? 9 o'clock. Well, that is when she says he goes to bed, and that is him staying up an hour past his normal bedtime. Now, out of all the days and out of having such a busy weekend, why let him stay up that night out of all nights? Number one. Number two, there is no mentioning of anything with Sebastian from 9 p.m. to until 10 p.m. Edgar calls at 9:46 or 9:48, or she calls Edgar. Either way, they speak at 9:46 or 9:48. And, 14 to 18 minutes or so after they're on the phone, which would be 10 o'clock, that is when she hears this magic thud. So you didn't hear him at all for an entire hour, but just 15 minutes after you're on the phone, you can hear him messing around in the room. And then on Nancy Grace, it becomes a thud, right? Thank you, Yaya. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Pearls are the best. Thank you so much, Yaya. Really do appreciate you. Welcome to the, not welcome to the, thank you so much for 4 months, my dear. Really do appreciate you, love. Good to see you. Amy R. coming in clutch. What you doing, Amy? Thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you. Y'all, please welcome my newest Pearl, Amy R. Thank you, my love. Really do appreciate you. Right, right, Cammy. Listen, if there is, someone in your house, you can hear them. You can hear them, right? So you didn't hear him at all during that hour? Okay, but let's continue.
Like nothing, mom. And supposedly supposed to be getting ready for bed, whatever. Well, Katie was on her couch, and I think it was about 10:30 or so.
Also, there's no which we've spoke about this. There's no mentioning of giving medicine, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, any of that, right? Sunday nights, if you have kids, it's a very you're getting ready. You're getting ready for school or work the next day or whatever, right? They take their showers, they brush their teeth, they do, you know, make sure their homework's done if they have homework over the weekend. There's none of that. None of that. And if Sebastian uh, had to do that, well, when was his medicine given? If his medicine was given, let's say at 9 o'clock, just 8:55, right before bedtime, by 10 o'clock, he should be out. He should be asleep, right? Thank you, Joe. Thank you, darling. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you for 9 continuous months. Really do appreciate you, my beautiful Joe. Love you, Justin, Remy, and beautiful Pearls. Thank you for, oh, that's very sweet, my dear. Really do appreciate you, Joe. Thank you so much for your continued support. Can't do it without you, my dear. Thank you, my love. First interview, KP says that, in my opinion, CP told KP change the sound. That sound. I don't know. I think whatever happened to Sebastian happened before 9:46 or 9:48. Just my opinion. I think, in my opinion, we have a pretty good narrow time on when something perhaps likely happened, right? They're home at 7, and what time was the trash taken out? Does anyone remember? I can't remember what the trash was taken out. Was it 8 or something like that? 7:30. And then from, let's say, 7:30 to 9:30, 7. So he took it out as soon. So from 7 to 9:46, in my opinion, something happened.
She heard a thunk and yelled across the house, Sebastian, what are you doing? He's like, nothing, Mom. Everything's fine. Go to bed. So she goes in the kitchen. She does whatever she does. And then she goes to bed, and everything is gone, done. Never one time did she ever mention being on the phone with Chris or doing schoolwork or anything like that. None of that ever happened until after she did that first YouTube live with that one person, that lady.
Yeah.
So the question was, when I called my neighbor back and I asked her, I said, did you know anything about that phone call? She said, no. She never said anything to me about being on the phone with him. So then I talked to another friend of mine who lives on the street from me, who was actually at the command post. And then my neighbor, her granddaughter, is in the EMS services. She was there at the command post because they had EMS there in case for the first week, just in case they happened to find him injured or stuck somewhere or whatever. And she was at the command post, and she said that they got a ping on his phone in Memphis at the RV. And she said, yeah, but it never moved. So the idea is he
Hold
left his
on.
phone sitting
Wait.
in the RV.
What? I've never
She
heard
was
this
there at the
before.
command post because they had EMS there, and she never said anything to me about being on the phone with him. So then I talked to another friend of mine who lives on the street from me, who was actually at the command post, and then my neighbor, her granddaughter, is in the EMS services. She was there at the command post because they had EMS there in case for the first week, just in case they happened to find him injured or stuck somewhere or whatever. And she was at the command post, and she said that they got a ping on his phone in Memphis at the RV. And she said, yeah, but it never moved. So the idea is he left his phone sitting in the RV so that he could have an air quotes alibi. And when they pinged his phone, it would be up there.
That's very interesting what she says there, because the question, and I have the question in my files somewhere. I've shown you guys this. The question has been asked to Edgar. Edgar, that night when you were talking to KK, what were you doing? Were you up and moving? Were you walking around? Were you driving? Any of that? And he said, sorry, I can't answer that question. I need to find that and show you guys. That's very interesting. I just want to hear that 1 second. 1 second, guys.
Me about being on the phone with him. So then I talked to another friend of mine who lives on the street from me, who was actually at the command post, and then my neighbor, her granddaughter, is in the EMS services. She was there at the command post because they had EMS there in case for the first week, just in case they happened to find him injured or stuck somewhere or whatever. And she was at the command post, and she said that they got a ping on his phone in Memphis at the RV. And she said, yeah, but it never moved. So the idea is he left his phone sitting in the RV so that he could have an air quotes alibi. And when they pinged his phone, it would be up there. Well, he was here. Graduated from there. I know teachers in there.
Shannon, I don't see what Crazy's girl. I don't see what it says. Can somebody ask it again? I guess it's too far up. Nicole. I mean, how do we know she's taken a polygraph test? How do we know? And I can tell you this, by the first interview, when they said they had all taken a polygraph test, in fact, it went from the answer is passed, and he even said Seth took a polygraph test then. That wasn't true either. Seth didn't take a polygraph test by then. And Edgar, damn sure, in my opinion, hasn't. There's no need to lie about something. Seth has. Seth took one on national television, yes. The results are passed. But then he said, then he flat out said yes the second time it was questioned. And then the third time he said Uh, I didn't say who uh, or when, but I said polygraphs, plural, has come back past. So, and then he gaslights the shit out of you and says, so I'm confused on why people keep asking me. Because you're lying, mother chicken. Justin, yes, you did some of this video, friend, but I think the good parts were missed. I don't know what you mean, Sammy. Uh, I'm trying to find out what the question is with, I can't remember, someone, crazy country girl. Someone stay in the camper on the phone. Uh, listen, this is the thing. They will know, they will know if that phone was just sitting there. You can't fool them anymore. You can't fool them anymore, right? So let's say Edgar called KK and set the phone down and drove, right? Okay. His phone, let's say, did not move the entire time, right? Maybe KK's didn't move the entire time. Maybe they just set it down. Both of them set their phone down. Maybe KK's was moving around. Okay. Now, who hung up? Who hung up? That means if Edgar left his phone there, KK would have to hang up. KK would have to hang up, right? Because nobody's there. KK has to hang up 100%. Otherwise, the line's going to stay on. And then if KK hangs up and Edgar's phone does not move at all after that, why? Why is his phone not moving? Would it be because he wasn't there? They're going to know. They're going to know. That would explain why he had to go back and get his trailer. He left his phone there. No, no, Robbie. I can tell you that he had his phone. He had his phone. So if he left his phone there, let's just say in this hypothetical situation, which is not a fact, let's say he left his phone there. He would have gotten it back that morning sometimes before work, right? He would have had to have that phone back with him by 6:03 in the morning, right? He could have a work phone and he could have a personal phone. He could have a side phone, you just never know when she wants to know if he was seen on camera bringing home groceries, Justin. No idea. No idea. Um, but I can tell you he came back home. He came back home after the roadhouse. He could clone the phone. Uh it's that's highly unlikely. It's very highly unlikely. very, very highly unlikely. Because that's a it's a pretty steep thing to do. You know what I mean? All right. I know his teachers in the school kids. Listen, these teachers, this staff that Sebastian, the school that Sebastian went to, they knew a lot. They know a lot. Telling you.
Kids went to school over there. I still know teachers over there. And I actually had an teacher assistant that my kids had call me at the beginning of this and asked me how much I knew. And we had like an hour-long conversation, and she said herself, she said, I'm telling you, they got rid of him because he was talking.
Yes, Ginger.
CPS had reported being over here several times. Chris and Katie were having they were having fights in their backyard, yelling and screaming at each other. That was reported from multiple people. They were fighting and arguing. There was a neighbor close by that overheard Chris say, either you get rid of him or I am.
In my opinion, KK was being perhaps allegedly unfaithful. It's my opinion. I think this neighbor that Edgar could not stand was the one she was rather having brown chicken, brown cow with. You know what I mean? So, Suki. Yeah. Yeah. And you're right, 77. I think they're both cheaters, right? I mean, if you're both cheating on your husband and your wife, um, together, so you guys can be together while, you know, just remember when Nina was in New Mexico and they lived in California. Well, the neighbors, didn't they, Edgar? They saw, didn't they, Edgar, what you two were doing? KK sneaking in that house, wasn't she? Sure was. Sure was. Listen, people, from the other side, they always say, well, Bobby's the nosy neighbor. No, she's not. She's a neighbor. She's no nosier than anybody else. And listen, it's her neighborhood. Her dad is the one who I think started the development. So I'm sure she feels like, that's kind of a responsibility. Oh, yeah. Edgar, he was on swinger groups. Yes. Sure was. I think I've got some of those screenshots. Yeah. He is a pineapple. Y'all taught me what a pineapple was. I didn't know what a pineapple was. Y'all have corrupted me. Yep. Jason Chin was caught in my town by moving a car with the My Chevy app. Yep. It's unreal. Carolina Miller says she has something. All right. What you got, Carolina? And thank you so much, darling, for 8 months. Really do appreciate you, my dear. If cheating, why would you care enough to keep a secret? Hit the like. Why would you care enough to keep a secret? Um, what do you mean? Why would you care enough to keep a secret? Who to keep a secret? Me too, Grace. Oh, it's an upside down pineapple. Okay. Thank you, Hope. I don't know what you mean by that, S Dubs. Or the terms do not apply to. What who was it that said they had something? I want to Me either, Nancy. I had no idea either. I'm going back to look and see. But if they were in the backyard fighting, that's interesting as well, right? Neighbors have said that live close heard them fighting. Carolyn. Okay, gotcha. One second. Yep. Okay, just got Carolyn's. Okay, here we go. Hmm. Yeah, I've heard people talk about this. I'll be honest with you, I'm not convinced. I don't know. Someone just sent this in, so uh who are they saying is Edgar? I don't understand. Which one's supposed to be Edgar? Pineapples give me heartburn anyway. Well, if you are ever in Hawaii, make sure you go to the Dole farm where the pineapples are grown. You think this is Edgar? People are saying. I don't believe this is Edgar at all. The guy with the face mask and hat. I don't see anyone with a face mask or hat. Which one? Which one are you saying? Which person? Upper left corner. Right here? Right there? Or right here? I love the pineapple from. Yeah, most of your Dole far left in the mirror. I don't see a mirror. The big no, it's not Edgar. Mm-mm. They have really, really good pineapple ice cream too. Mm-mm. It's not him. 100% not him. Mm-mm. No, guys, I have seen the entire video. I've got the entire video. It's not him. When you watch the video, the guy in the blue top that walks the aisle overlooks like cousin. Mm. It's not him. I'm just telling you right now, it's not him. Uh that would be some answers, but it's not. Yeah, it's just not him. No, that green hoodie is no one of any importance whatsoever. It was someone who has had a really, really rough time in life. And that's all it is. Just a really rough time in life. There's something to the text video. Storming there the next day. Um, I don't know. I think she was just, you know, I think it's weird that she took a picture uh and zoomed in, especially with him like not wanting him to really see, but I just think that's really it. You know what I mean? Uh I don't think it's anything other than that. Um that's what I find the most, because there's different stories to this, right? That we know that she was uh speaking or Edgar, she was speaking to Edgar. We know that 100%. Edgar says she was taking a picture to show how much Sebastian had eaten. 4 minutes later, when he still had food on, and he ate what Edgar said a bottomless pit. So that doesn't make sense to me. Number one. And then recently, KK said something else, wasn't it? That's fine, Betty. That's fine. You're absolutely welcome to. You're absolutely welcome to. Um, I was very suspicious of that green hoodie too once upon a time, to be quite honest with you. But I can tell you this person in that green hoodie can't even take care of themselves. And that's the truth. They cannot even take care of themselves. Long before he finished food. I agree, Kimbo. I think those pics, it was for I mean, you always take a picture for a reason, right? I mean, there's something that you want to show during a picture, and she waited till his head was down, right? If you wanted him to show that, he had ate all of his food, you would have had his fork there, right? And he would have set up and he would have smiled, an empty plate. Look, I just ate my whole food. Doesn't make any sense. I believe, I mean, I have not that I believe, I'm saying I have told that Edgar was very, very controlling and that he wanted, you know, certain menu items ordered. I don't know. Could be, might not be. I don't know. I know we didn't want to pay for Sebastian's snacks. Didn't want to pay for the old snacks, did you? I used to have to take pictures and send them to prove where I was at the time. Yes, but Edgar says they have Life 360, right? So wouldn't he know where she's at? What was it? They also said something recently. I can't remember if it was Edgar or KK. They said another reason why she took those. I can't remember.
He hated Sebastian, hated him. That was reported at school. One of the counselors admitted, or one of the teachers admitted, knowing that he absolutely hated him. Apparently, he also said it to one of his coworkers, and he hated him. He said, "What did they call him? A freaking retard or something?" He called him. Yeah. So I know Chris hated him, and I think that he was causing major issues in their marriage because Katie, being the mom, was trying to deal with all of his emotional issues. So there was not enough of a central. There was a central around his house, but it didn't lead us anywhere, and
That's
we were
correct.
expecting that because of his house. So I'm telling you, from the neighbor next door, when she said that they had turned in their footage 2 weeks late when she was at the command center, and they saw this movement, and it looked like there was something draped over their shoulder. That was as soon as they said, she told me, she said, "I'm telling you, somebody took him out of the house." And I'm like, okay, but what I'm saying about Chris's confession to me was that to me was Chris saying that he knows that they walked out with him, or somebody walked out with him. I don't think the dogs hit that. I mean, I think that they were carrying him out.
And I believe the same thing. I believe that they carried this child out. I do. I do. I also think that when it comes to I wonder if you know Edgar with his ex-wife. He she They were allegedly fighting in the kitchen, and he allegedly hauled off, decked her. She fell on her way down. She also hit her head, thought she was a decedent, and he started panicking, saying, allegedly, what do I do? What do I do? I believe whoever took Sebastian had help. I think there has to be at least two people involved. I agree. I do believe the thud. A lot of people say a lot of people say, I just think she just made up the thud. I don't. I don't think she made up a thud at all. I believe that. That's one of the things that I do believe. There was a thud, in my opinion. Justin, I was watching a court case that involved an autistic boy, and it was said by experts that when certain autistic boys get to the 14, that they can. Yes. Yeah, they don't know this. They don't know the social cues, right? Yeah, I just don't think that Edgar. I think he probably took. I think he probably thought, like, when Sebastian was having his moments, I don't think he understood, and he took that as being disrespectful or bratty when it's nothing he could control. He is who he is. Yeah, Starflower. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and you're right, but uh, I think with you know, just a boy in general, and then also with the trauma that he lived through in California, and what someone was just mentioning a moment ago. You think you add all three of those, it's not good.
I will tell you that Chris is nasty. He is meaning, and he went off on my son and I one night and threatened his girlfriend in the Jeep. I have it on. I still have it on a dash cam, which we didn't even realize it was running. Thank God it was. Where he confessed to me all kinds of crazy stuff, and afterwards it was over. My son and I looked at each other and we.
Did you hear what Bobby just said right there? You hear what Bobby just said right there? Let me replay that.
He went off on my son and I one night and threatened his girlfriend in the Jeep. I have it on. I still have it on a dash cam, which we didn't even realize it was running. Thank God it was. Where he confessed to me all kinds of crazy stuff, and afterwards it was over. My son and I looked at each other and we were like, "Wait, why did he tell us that? What is that? Why do we care?" He was telling us all kinds of stuff at the very beginning, and then threatened us with, "My mom's a realtor in Gallatin, and she knows everybody. She's got connections." And I'm like, I don't give a crap what your mom's doing. But that was a threat to me to shut my mouth and make sure I kept my mouth shut to let me know that was intimidation. But he was like, he thought this, and I just wish I could describe to you the demeanor. I mean, the man stood in the middle of the street as we're driving slowly down the street. Now, this is my neighborhood. You're not going to tell me what road I can and can't be on. I live here too. I can go wherever I want to go at whatever terminal I want to go, as long as I'm not disturbing the peace, which we really don't even have, we're in the county, so we don't even have a, what you call it.
That's right. When she was in her own neighborhood and they were looking for something and they drove down the street. This was right after whatever happened to Sebastian. Edgar gets in the middle of the road and starts being crazy, saying, my mom is a realtor. She knows this. She knows this person, that person. And he looked like a demon. Think about, can you imagine one of your neighbors driving, right, Ginger? Can you imagine one of your neighbors driving down the road and you getting in the middle of the road and stopping them and saying, my mommy knows people, and start threatening and screaming? What is wrong with you? Bangs wearing a light blue vest and pants helped carry him out. Who does this in a missing child's case? Only Edgar. Secondhand embarrassment, yeah. Right, Grace. And it's all recorded. It's all recorded. And I'm sure once Edgar is, or never mind, I am sure that will be released one day. I'm sure that will be released one day. The police have it. The police have it. Now, I know there's people who say, well, if someone was driving down my street, I'd get out in the middle of the road too. For what? For what? If it's one of your neighbors, you would do that? Then you're nuts. Just remember, Bobby first thought Edgar was a detective. He walked out from the front porch. Yep. And then he walked out in the road. It's amazing.
Thing, noise ordinance kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever. But when he stood in the middle of the street, he stood with his feet basically hit with the part, his arms crossed and his chest all punched out like, whoa, you're not going to get past me. Put his hand out to stop us. My heart.
I like to move it.
I had my phone in my hand, and I thought at first it was the police. Because I thought maybe the police were still over there. And I thought, oh crap, we're going to have to explain to the police that we're not being weird. Then I realized when I found out it was him and his demeanor, I had my phone and I had 911 already on my phone and I was ready to hit send as soon as if I felt threatened by him. He's got this, I'm bigger than you. You are going to leave me alone and you're going to stop asking questions and you're going to get out of my face and you better not ever come back over here again. It was just this demeanor of get away from me and get off.
Edgar everyone who meets him. Oh, thank you, Coco Honey. Thank you so much. I think StreamYard just thank you so much, my dear, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. Really do appreciate you, my darling. Thank you so much. I think StreamYard heard me because now I can pull. It just after you did that, I can see them now. If you received one of those, give our Coco Honey a big, big thank you to my little Coco Puff. Thank you, darling. Really do appreciate you, darling. Very, very kind of you. My neighbors would 5150. Yes. She thought it was the popo. She's like, oh my God, the popo. You know what? Nope. Edgar's out there, you know, probably in his night shorts. Um, guarantee you he looks like an ostrich. Big belly, skinny legs, puffing his chest out, as you see here. This is an actual photo of Edgar. He is at Disney World here, uh, at Splash Mountain. So, you know, is what it is. So, you know, can't help it. Just is what it is. Don't come in my neighborhood. Why would he do something like that? Like, this is the thing. Sebastian hadn't even been missing but a few days, right? And he's out fighting with the neighbors. What? Literally out fighting with the neighbors. There's neighbors there that literally cannot stand him. They try to keep the peace. I agree, C Star. Yes. I really believe Edgar probably smells like Old Spice and bologna.
Off me. Leave me alone.
Probably no. I take that back. He, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Not gonna
Alone
say it.
and stop messing with me. He is creepy as crap. And then he bold-faced lied to the entire world
Listen,
when he told everybody, this is Chris, that he was on a three-way call with Katie and that he called the non-emergency number because of where we live. That's bull. You cannot.
you hear that? It's bull crap. Bull crap. Not only does Bobby say it, but others in the neighborhood say it as well. First of all, you have to have 911 in a school area. You can throw a rock and hit the school. You're that close. And you have a fire department even closer. You didn't call 911 for a reason, Edgar. You obviously didn't call 911 for a reason. And in my opinion, it was for alibi. You wanted your phone to ping in Memphis, in my opinion, and reported.
Where we told everybody, this is Chris, that that he was on a three-way call with Katie and that he called the non-emergency number because of where we live, that's bull. You cannot get 911 through the non-emergency line. The very first thing, the audio recording that comes up when you call the non-emergency line is, if this is an emergency, hang up and call 911. Now, if you get to the non-emergency, that's what I was getting. I know, and that was the next thing I was going to say is if that was his air quotes faster way to get to somebody, he wasted 5 minutes because you have to go through all the prompts, then you have to wait for a yes to connect your call. You gotta.
And guess what, Edgar? What did Sumner County have you do? What did they do? They said, hang up and call 911, didn't they? Didn't they? Because you got off the phone and you had to call someone. And you say you called someone. You say you called dispatch. Well, dispatch is the non-emergency number. That's what that is. Isn't that right, Edgar? It's crystal clear. I think she's talked to them, Holly. I don't know how much, but pretty sure she has. Maybe.
Missing kid. If I had missing kid, I would have been dialing 911.
Yep.
I thought you were talking. Say it right here. Say it.
911, right? But not Edgar. Edgar, he doesn't, she said if it would have, Sebastian was having an emergency medical, she would have called 911. It's ridiculous. Yet he texted Seth that morning 911. The irony, right? It's craziness. What is this? Okay. Bear with me 1 second, folks. Oh, where was this? Was it 10 minutes? 1 second, I gotta find it. Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to find where this was. Someone sent me something. I've got to see where the timestamp is. Has new images. Okay, house, got that. Oh, you guys know the lovely statement analysis, Pat Brown. Someone she put on Twitter. Hold on. What is that? Yeah, I want to talk about that too. But she put on Twitter. Damn, where's it at? I'm trying to find it. Bear with me. That someone contacted her, an attorney. I don't know what case it's from. I honestly don't feel like it was from Sebastian's case. I really don't. Here it is. Okay. I think it's probably from Madeline McCain case. But she says, I just had an attorney contact me with the threat of a lawsuit if I did not publicly apologize on YouTube for what I said. I told him that wasn't happening. See you in court where I will present more truth and put your client on the stand. And that was the end of that. Deception detected laugh. Yeah, they do that. Uh, you can, get a deposition. You can literally ask them anything. Uh, yeah, I don't think, yeah, amen, Pat. I love Pat. Pat Brown, um, Peter Hyatt, and Deception Detective. They're my favorite. That's just my opinion on the two. But I thought that was interesting. Someone sent that to me. Um, during the time or not Seth, Edgar was filing papers. Oh, I need to take this banner down. This is what Edgar put. Respondent denies the allegation set forth in paragraph 5 of the verified emergency motion for custody of minor child and demands strict proof thereof. There is no foul play involvement in the missing teenagers case. The article is the only piece of news coverage that mentions foul play out of numerous others, and the respondent and his wife have been cleared by authorities. There is no safety threat to the minor child, and while there is an ongoing investigation, there is no danger. I got a lot to say about that. Number one, I think Nina should probably talk to Detective Carter now. Or if someone speaks to her, they should probably send her the email. Edgar's attorney. Whenever Nina, I guess, was saying, I don't want him to go to, I don't want Faith to go here. There's a child missing. Who would? And because that is a lie. This is a criminal investigation. It is a criminal investigation. If I didn't know that for sure, I wouldn't say it. I would say allegedly. This is a criminal investigation. Number one. Number two, I think Betty should use this as well. There is no safety threat to the minor child, and while an ongoing investigation, there is no danger. Well, you know what? They're obviously, Edgar is obviously, he claims, afraid of a 4-foot 9 or 10 little Spitfire blonde. So, you can't have it both ways, can you? Netflix did a Gabby Petito documentary. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, yep. Um, right, right, exactly. And a vet, yay for me. Yeah. Unfortunately, Edgar's temper is not uh compatible with child. No, no, Jackie, it's not. Yep, SI officer, I agree. I would be so ashamed to walk in a courtroom if we're Edgar. Oh wait, mommy will be there with. Yeah, she'll be sitting in the back row. She'll be sitting in the back row. Sure will. And that was the state of Mexico. Uh, and that was Nina versus Edgar, respondent. Where is that? I'm trying to find it. Let me see. Is there a song here? Julie countered, yes, he sure did. He sure did. Someone said Julie played a song. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find out what he said here. Someone sent me a timestamp, but I can't find the text, where it was. Oh, okay. Was that it? Bear with me. It's not that one. Does anyone know where it's supposed to be a song about perhaps Edgar? Hold on. The person who sent me this, can they send me the timestamp again? I've got too many messages here. I can't even see. I wanted to show you. I'm live. The Amber Alert was extended to Missouri as well. Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, I want to show that too. Just a second. Damn it. You have to listen to this. Okay. After your show, if you need to check out Julie, she got a microphone from Five Below and is singing about Edgar. Hold on. What's a microphone? Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. What is it? F 'em and feed 'em beans? Is that what it is? F 'em and feed 'em beans? Something, I forgot what it is. I told her to make merch. I want to listen to this. This goes to our friend Julie. Make sure you drop Julie's link, please.
But hello, I bought a karaoke microphone.
She's very funny sometimes. She's
I
so funny.
was so attracted to it. I said, what is this possible? What could I do? This has got an echo to it. Echo. Hold on. I don't want to power up.
Hold on.
The autistic devil. You can make your voice sound. I'm the autistic devil. I'm the autistic devil. Hold on. Let me see. You guys come forward. We want to say a prayer for the Proudfoots and Bowersox families.
Here we
You
go.
know, recently they've had a lot going on. I'm sure you've read the paper.
Oh,
Well,
speaking of prayer, after this, let me tell you something about the old codger Cruella. Let me tell you something about the codger Cruella, who goes to prayer functions.
all we want to say at Freedom Church, where we know that autistic kids are demonic. Congratulations. Congratulations. You got rid of Sebastian. Way to go. Oh, Sheriff Craddock, is that you? What's up?
No.
Good job not looking for Sebastian.
Okay, now I disagree with that. I think that they look for Sebastian. I support them, but we can have different.
I don't know what this one is. Oh, hold on. This is the devil. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of Freedom Church. Yes, I am the devil. I am the one who brought you your pastor. Only the devil would bring a pastor to a church who doesn't know the Bible. He's literally saying that a circumcision is the same thing as a wedding. No. The reality is, one is taking the foreskin off of the boy's member. I don't know what to say. And the other is a wedding. Get it? Dum dum. But I, the devil, Beelzebub, have put this pastor in charge of you dummies to lure you to doing bad things to autistic children. Good job, everybody. Congratulations. Hold on. One more. I don't know what the sounds are going to be. Hello. Oh, wait. This is the devil's boss. This is the devil's boss. I speak directly to Chris Proudfoot in his dreams. Chris, tell Sebastian to sleep in the garage. Tell Katie, come get your retard. Sebastian. Chris, I'm the devil's boss. It is okay to go on the Adult Emporium Instagram website. Go ahead and order those panties with some tool inside that must be plugged into an outlet. The devil's boss says, good. The devil boss says, yes, get those straps and sphincter ticklers. Whatever those feathery things were, they look tempting for the devil's boss. Chris, you are one of my proudest inventions. From the time you were a young boy, I could tell you had a bright future in the devil's lair. And I was right. But no surprise, your mother is a narcissist, and your stepfather is.
Power off.
Oh, it powered off. Oh, I didn't get to charge it all the way before I said your stepfather's a sadist. Oh, well. Chicken feathers. Well, I have to play with this. Sebastian, Katie, Chris, where is Sebastian? This is the funny house hour. I didn't charge it all the way, but I just bought it today and I have to play around with it because let me tell you, I got to see all the things. What I mean, and this is CP doing it. He goes to the Adult Emporium, he buys those stripper outfits and he puts them on himself. But he doesn't tell the pastor about that. He likes those. Who says that he's buying those panties for Katie? Maybe that he's buying them for himself. He likes how they feel, those stiletto heels.
No judgment.
Go for it, Chris.
No judgment.
Go for it.
No judgment.
We're open-minded over here.
That's right.
We won't tell your pastor.
That's right.
That you're going.
The closet's too small and it's too dark to decorate, Edgar.
On the Adult Emporium sites. I love this microphone. It just makes me feel like I can do all these things and say just about anything. Okay, so Chris says, I'm too sexy for this underwear. Too sexy for this underwear. I really don't care. I'm a model and you know what I mean. And I got my little mullet on the catwalk. On the catwalk. On the catwalk. Yeah, I flip my little mullet on the catwalk. On the catwalk. Woo, my belly's hanging out. Pull my shirt down. On the catwalk, yeah, I shake my little tushy on the catwalk. Today's performance has been brought to you by the Adult Emporium in Huntsville, Alabama. Chris Proudfoot endorses it as his favorite place to get all his sex toys. He thinks it's wonderful. It's great. He wrote it, the best Yelp review yet. Okay. In his pickup. No more songs? You should make that our theme for the cheer channel. Oh, I think we're going to be doing some more songs. CP, I wear. Oh, CP wears his thongs at night. Okay. I wear my little thongs at the nighttime. I wear my stilettos and take my flippy feathery whip. And I do my little turn on the catwalk, on the catwalk. It makes me feel like I feel like a woman. I'm growing my mullet, and then it's gonna be long hair. And one day, don't tell my pastor, I may even come out as a woman.
No
Have I gone too far? Have I gone too far with that? No, Chris. Just because he has a mullet doesn't mean he wants to transition to this. I know that just because you have a mullet does not mean that deep down inside you want to be like Caitlyn Jenner. Doesn't mean it. I don't care what they say. Let them laugh at your mullet. You be you, darling. You be you. Right. You're a star, Chris. You're a star. See you at the Adult Emporium next week. Oh, I know you like to go Sundays right after church when they tell the stories about going into the huppah and bringing out sheets of blood to prove of God's covenant. Oh, wait, that's a circumcision. What's the story about God and the Abraham and what's his son's name? Okay. It starts with an I. I can't remember.
Okay. Let's give it up for Julie. She's hysterical. She is hysterical sometimes. I hope Edgar's watching. Oh gosh. He is, Bona. He is. He is. Oh my god. For real, for real. That was hysterical. I didn't see that part. And someone said, Justin, you've got to, they sent this to me. This like, you got to watch this. You're going to laugh. Um, that was, I laugh really hard like that. I get her humor. I really do. I get her humor. Um, and she's very funny. So this church really called the children with special. I don't know, Trishy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't usually get into their churches or anything like that, but unless it's legit like a cult or something, but I don't know. Oh, Kloops, you should probably just email her, or she might be in here now. I don't know. She's Julie's in here now. No. I mean, I've taken a comment the wrong way before as well, and they're usually like, no, Justin, it's not like that. Sometimes some person writes it the wrong way, or sometimes you take it the wrong way. You're just not understanding. So I'm sure she'll fix that. All right. That was something. Okay. Credit goes to our dear spirit seeker. This is, yes, the church is affiliated with Greg Locke, who said, really? Seriously? Oh my gosh. It's people who think that something is wrong with them. Sort of more to, yes, the pastor said autism is evil. That's what I'm saying. I think when it came, I didn't know that, but I've always felt like he always kind of felt like Sebastian was just could more or less he was just acting like maybe like a brat sometimes, and it was just his, he didn't understand what autism is, and that it's not their fault. They are who they are. What's your excuse, Edgar? What's your excuse? Um, every person that I have spoken to that I that knows Edgar, or some of them, they have all think that they're snobby, arrogant. So what's up with you?
Sebastian went to school one day because we were at the house. He got in trouble. He didn't have a belt on. I was like, "Where's your belt?" And got it.
Listen to the
Whack.
words.
Kind of got him. So he goes to school and he tells the teacher. They're mandatory reporters, so the teacher reports it.
Mhm.
That afternoon, CPS shows up to the house while we're actually sitting down to eat dinner.
Can y'all drop spirit
Now,
seekers,
mind you, 15-year-old child,
please and thank you?
he's not real happy because he's in trouble, so he's being punished.
Listen,
So he shows, he makes a report. They come to the house,
you see that?
and the lady who comes
You see what he said there?
to the house, so he's
He corrected himself very quickly.
being punished. So he shows,
He shows or What does he show you? What does he show you? And what does he show? Because you said the CPS lady is a female. What did Sebastian show? You said he made it sound like I was so horrible. Well, maybe you were. Maybe you are. Hey, Maman.
He's not real happy because he's in trouble, so he's being punished. So he shows, he makes a report. They come to the house.
He was going to say he shows something. So he says he makes a report. No. No, no, no. Sebastian doesn't make the report. He showed something to a staff member and they made the report. Let's get that straight. Right, Edgar? He shows something to a staff member. And then they make a report. And you said he's still being punished even after he got caught. The church is being investigated. Let's see. After he got in trouble, he's still being punished even after he comes home for a belt. Not only did he get whipped, I wonder, was there a bruise, Edgar? Was there a bruise? There you go. You just said it. There you go, Minnie. Yep. He shows, what does he show, Edgar? Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much, darling. Really do appreciate you. Why doesn't Seth file a civil suit for child if he has the records? Put Edgar and KK on the stand, forcing them to talk. Kathy, all I can say is, there's a lot of wheels in the motion right now, and once everything is said and done, there's going to be a lot of things taking place. There's a lot of counsel right now. So with and just there's things take time, and with Sebastian being missing, you know what I mean? It's just like it'll all come out. It will. Hopefully sooner than later. You're right. We visited that church years ago. They were new, and we felt like we needed to stay and help with the kids because our son was young then. Spirit Seeker does an incredible job right here. It's incredible.
that afternoon, CPS shows up to the house while we're actually sitting down to eat dinner. Now, mind you, 15-year-old child, he's not real happy because he's in trouble, so he's being punished. So
Not
he
real happy
shows,
being funny.
he makes a report. They come to the house, and the lady who comes to the house is the
Remember the lady. He shows, so they make a report. This is, remember, five CPS in 14 months. Honey, I make sure you guys drop my number because I'm not seeing anything from you, baby. Last number 357. Um, yeah, I don't see anything. Nope. Make sure if y'all can put my number down. Yeah, thank you, SL. This is why they both ran, in my humble opinion. How many reports were made that the school turned? 5 in 14 months. 14 months since living at that house. You want to find your son, go to church. What the F does that mean? Yep. Something's very
same
wrong there.
lady we've had. She's had a case before. So
He told on himself there.
he should to the house, and the lady who comes to the house is the same lady we've had. She's had a case before.
You see how fast he can turn? Listen to that mouth. Yes. And the same lady is the lady who came to the house. She's had a case before. Serpent tongue. Serpent
So
tongue.
he shows, he makes a report. They come to the house, and the lady who comes to the house is the same lady we've had. She's had a case before. Now, the case that was before was something that didn't even happen, and it's like three stories that shoved into one. And when they finally got it debunked, they were like, "Oh, he just."
Did they get it debunked? Did they get it debunked? Or did they tell you? Did they tell you to perhaps the alleged perpetrator needs to exit left? And that's when you said you're tired of this. If he's not going to listen, and this is going to continue happening, perhaps in this theory, this hypothesis, it's him or me. Okay, Mocha. All right, I got it that time, Mocha. Thank you. Oh, is it a chicken? Is that what you sent me? A chicken? Multiple states, multiple kids and moms. Yes. 3 stories were 3 CPS reports. Probably. Yep. Once we got it debunked. What about he made it sound like I was so horrible. What about he thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house? Now, Edgar, you might be able to fool a lot of people, but let me tell you something. I know how it works. I do know how it works. My best girlfriend works for CPS. She's worked for 18 years. And although CPS, DHS is different in all states, there is commonalities between them all, and they all work very, very similar. It's mainly protocols on how long you have to respond to a home and all of that. There is not a CPS caseworker under the planet that has a brain that is going to take a child outside and say, "Sir, you can get in trouble." And then later on, something happens. The child, for instance, goes missing or is severely abused, neglected, dies, God forbid. That's not going to go good for them. That's what he said. "Sir, you can get in trouble for that." That's what Edgar said on Smiley's. Oh, thank you, Gypsy, darling. Thank you so much. That's sweet, my darling. Thank you so much for gifting 10 pearl necklaces. How you doing, girl? How you doing? Thank you so much, my beautiful Gypsy. If you just received one of those 10 pearl necklaces, even if you are in the bushes and you don't like me, you just say, "Oh my God, listen to him. Listen to him. That little girly boy who wears too much makeup." Uh, At least thank Gypsy, okay? On both of us, okay? So just say it. Say thank you, okay? Say it. Thank you, Gypsy. We appreciate you, darling. Thank you, my love. Really do appreciate you, Peppers. And thank you so much, Lee. Greatly appreciate you. Just has introduced it. Might explain the church thing. Okay, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lisa. Really do appreciate you. Justin Sebastian would have shown up at school Monday morning on the 26th with bruises on his neck. Remember the photo that was taken Saturday wearing the optimism shirt with bruises on his neck. I believe that. I believe that. I think there is a lot of photos with questionable marks that we see, right? Even his school photo, they said it's chocolate milk around his mouth. Chocolate milk. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. I don't. I just do it to. Um. That's what they always say. "Oh my God, he was makeup." get a clue, mother chicken. But I don't think, Lisa, that I don't think it's chocolate milk. Um, First of all, you could put it's not going to dry like that. It's not going to dry like that. Thank you, Tori. Thank you so much. And on his forehead? No. I agree, Miss Briss. I agree. I think something was very wrong. And let's think about this a moment. Based upon Nina's statements of hitting the child in the mouth, there is also uh from what I understand, he also hit one of, I think, her boy and her girl, allegedly, 2 different times, and allegedly threw the car seat with the baby in it. And then the ex, that someone that knows Edgar very well, told me about ex-wife in the kitchen and all of that. So he tends to go for the face by all of these accounts. Right? Oh, thank you, Ash Cash. Thank you, darling. Oh, guys, I was just making a joke about the makeup stuff. Trust me, it don't. I am who I am, sisters and brothers. Okay, but seriously, and yeah, pictures can be evidence, absolutely. And we hear a thud. Hear a thud. Yeah, Joe, that's true. It's not chocolate milk. Not a chance. Not a chance.
He got so mixed up in telling one story, it mixed into three and it caused a commotion. Well, they canceled that out. So the one on me, she shows up.
So, Edgar, so he was so upset. Previously, he told 3 stories on you being a jerk to him. I think anytime it was really bad, Sebastian told. He did, and he was, I can't even think about it. I can't even think about it. This kid did exactly what he was supposed to do. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. The teachers did what they were supposed to do. And that's true, Lydia. That is, yeah. But this is a failure on CPS's part. This is a failure on CPS's part. It is. And I believe, this is just my opinion, I believe that because he of the nice upbringing that Sebastian had as far as materialistic things, they went into the neighborhood again, just like the police. I think that they didn't judge as harsh. And whether we want to admit it or not, that matters. It matters. Just like, and I talk about it all the time, people of color or Native Americans, they don't get the same coverage. These things matter, and they are present in our everyday life.
And I said, "Hey, how you doing? It's her again." She's like, "Oh, hey." She's, "Hey, I already don't." She's like, "Don't tell me anything, but I'm gonna tell you what I know happened." And I said, "Okay." She goes, "Blue, blue, blue." And she told me exactly what happened. I said, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "Oh my God." I said, "Yes, ma'am. This is how it's been."
This is how it's been. This is how it's been. And how has it been, Edgar? How has it been? Had it been that way so much that you said, I'm done? Tim or me? If you were any man, any man, you would have either not got married to someone who has a child because you probably work best in a childless home, too selfish to look past anything else, or you would have cut your shit out and learn to understand. You are more immature than a child. When you see these parents who are constantly, oh, it's them or me, it's them or me. Listen, I get it. Kids can work your nerves sometimes, anybody, but you don't show out and act out like a bigger child. You don't say if it's them or me. That's been your problem your entire life, in my opinion. That's why every single family you marry into, it's not left better. It's left more broken. You spread your brokenness to others. That's what we do in life. We either are helping a situation, being neutral to a situation, or hurting a situation. And in my opinion, mommy, stepdaddy, daddy, uncles, sisters have bailed you out of stuff left and right. And one of these days, there will be more that comes out. He, he knows what I'm talking about. That if people knew now, I don't know how the hell they could support you. But it'll come out eventually. You've been bailed out 40 years old, 5 marriages in 20 years. Oh, for the Cruella, thank you for reminding me. Cruella allegedly goes to a prayer circle, right? With her sisters and hold hands. Has she ever asked for prayer for her grandson? She ever mentioned her grandson? What do y'all think? Think she's ever mentioned prayer for him to come back to be found? Not a once. Allegedly. Nary a once, as my grandma would say. None. Justin, I checked the church's website. Nothing about Sebastian. No. No. That's a church, in my opinion, that just wants your cash. Yep. He had to learn. He learned that on a podcast. Had no idea. But, you know, Seth lived in another state. And then he moved to Tennessee. That as well. And then he moved, and they didn't have any formal papers for custody. It was done in California, and they just kept it the way it was. And so, unfortunately, KK just said, nope, he's not in his life. In my opinion, she said that he was lived out of state. In my opinion. right? Went there to tell them what happened and not to ask. Faye, yeah, s- uh, told he said he told Sebastian that, sir, you can get in trouble for what are they going to do to the child for asking for help? Sir, you can get in trouble for that? Are you nuts? In my opinion, that's what Edgar and KK told Sebastian. Oh, I think that they said that he was out of state. You're right, Piano Girl. It sure does. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, honey. Appreciate you. That's all it is, SI officer. That's all it is, babe. It will happen, Carrie. It'll happen. But there's got to be a resolution for that to really happen, right? They've got to, someone's got to be arrested. There has to be, that Sebastian is found alive or otherwise, or, he's got to, the police has to say what they and prove what they believe happened, which I believe they will. I believe they will. I know Summer's case has not been, there's been no justice in her case, but I do believe, I really do believe with all my heart that we will have answers for Sebastian's case. I do. I am putting all of my faith in God above, number one, and number two, Eric Craddock's office, in the office of the TBI, and the FBI office, and in every single one of you here that really want truth, because you guys make a huge difference. You have no idea how important it is to still keep the pressure, because pressure is healthy. It's a healthy pressure. It still says we're not going anywhere. This is going to be solved. We're not going to stop. Find the answers. I believe so. Maurice, I believe so. They never say Sebastian's, when interviewed, they never say his name. Seth always says his son's name. Let me tell you something. Seth is broken. Seth is broken. He is broken. It's very much a distancing language, Kendra. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. All right, let me finish this.
Sebastian thought by telling on me, making it sound like
Listen,
I was so horrible. And it was like,
notice how right there, how his phone cut off made it sound like I was so horrible. I thought that was interesting. How it automatically cut off there. Did someone cut you off right there? Did KK cut you off right there?
no, Sebastian, you got punished, man. You got punished. And he was like, but, and I was like, you got punished. And the lady took him outside. She goes, Sebastian,
Listen to
just
this
because you get in trouble and you
bullshit,
get punished,
Edgar.
you need to understand when you go and you say things about people and you lie and you fabricate things and you make it sound worse than what it is, sir, you can get in trouble for that. So we had a
What I tell you, he said, sir, you can get in trouble for that.
that to say things about people. Just because you get in trouble and you get punished, you need to understand when you go and you say things about people and you lie and you fabricate things and you make it sound worse than what it is, sir, you can get in trouble for that. So we had a that happened, and the lady was like, I am so sorry. And I said, no, he's just a child. He's upset. It is
Such
what
a
it is.
gaslighter.
I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he sat that back down at the dinner table and was like, see, eat your food. And we went back and everything's been fine.
I've got a question.
Um, everything's been fine. Everything's been fine. Then why the hell would he walk out? Which he didn't, but why are you saying he did? Autistic kids don't lie. They don't. In fact, special needs, they are the best of humanity. They are the most pure. They don't have these alternative motives. I think we can learn a lot from them.
For you. I want to find out about Mr. Proudfoot hitting Sebastian with a belt. What happened?
That was actually several years ago, and it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Proudfoot, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking Katie. Sebastian had gotten in trouble. He got caught lying, and I had asked him. I said, "Hey, you got to have a punishment for this." He says, "Yes, sir." And I said, "Okay." So I gave him a swat with a belt on his buttocks on the outside of his clothes. One swat.
What did he lie about?
You used a weapon that is considered a weapon. You hit your child with a weapon. I don't believe any child personally should be whipped. That's my opinion. Some of you may differ. I got whipped as a kid. It didn't teach me anything other than scare the shit out of me. That's all it did. It just makes you fear. That's all it does. That's all it does. But it wasn't for you to do, Edgar. You don't do that to a special needs child. You don't do this to a special needs child. How dare you? But your anger just got the best of you, didn't it, Edgar? You couldn't get past yourself, could you? That's exactly right. Bullying and fear. That's exactly what it is, Sandwich. You hit it on the head. Yes. You will respect my authority, as Kenny says. She certainly was. She sure did. And good for her.
Honestly, I don't remember at the time, but it was probably something dealing with school because that's majority where his issues lie.
You don't remember, except literally a few days prior to this interview, you remembered. You don't remember, ironically, all the crucial things that you should remember, Edgar, such as conveniently in front of Nancy Grace when you are anything but brash. You are respectful there. You are not brash. That shows you will run over who you feel like you can run over. Right? With a lot of people, and I think Edgar is one in my opinion, being kind is weak. Being nice is weak. But you should never mistake kindness for weakness. But he says, I don't remember, but it was probably something about school. You knew exactly what it was. You said the whole freaking story the other day before you did this, a few days before. But you don't remember. You said it was way, way back years ago. He says he doesn't even know how many times CPS was there. Really? Did you lose that? I mean, have you lost count that many times?
Did he have other issues at school?
Some behavioral stuff, but nothing too crazy.
What kind of behavioral stuff?
He'll not stop, and
Sebastian was a good kid. He was a very good kid. You could tell his behavior. You can tell a person's general behavior. You can tell. You could tell he was a very good, mild, well-mannered child in that restaurant. No problem. Waited for his mother to sit down. She threw him a menu. You could see her doing this. He would sit there and do this. Barely, nod. Waited for his mother to get up. Always walked behind her or beside of her. I've spoke to someone who knows Edgar and KK very well and Sebastian. They always said Sebastian was a good kid. Always said that.
Continues on. So then it causes an issue, and instead of being honest about it, he'll lie. Like, no, I didn't. Okay, Sebastian.
He slipped. Out of everything he has said, I see you're up. Oh my God. Out of all the things he said that irritate me, I mean, I get mad over other things, but the things that irritate me is that when he said right there, like, no, I didn't. He mocks him, and then he goes, okay, Sebastian. And I'll be honest with you. Really? Oh, God. He changes his voice up, but I'll be honest with you. I think Edgar couldn't stand Sebastian. But I also think that he is not comfortable with admitting that either.
He'll run. So then it causes an issue, and instead of being honest about it, he'll lie. Like, no, I didn't. Cause some behavioral stuff, but nothing too crazy.
What kind of behavioral stuff?
He'll not stop, and he continues on. So then it causes an issue, and instead of being honest about it, he'll lie. Like, no, I didn't. Okay, Sebastian.
Yeah, like him lying about eating all of the chocolate or something like that, the Nesquik. Say you don't mind, but just tell me to go ahead and get some more. He's a teenager, and every kid is different. Some of them will argue with you till the day of judgment, and they're wrong. Some will admit it. But you're not always right either, Edgar. Exactly. They do. But this is the thing. You know why most kids lie? Do you know why most people lie? It's extremely simple. Because they fear the repercussions. They fear the repercussions are going to be so great. Which is why I believe, in my opinion, individuals in this case are not telling the truth because it is the severest of punishments. You know, the thing with, in my opinion, with Sebastian, he was damned if he did and damned if he didn't. Right? If he admitted it, it was going to be hell to pay. And if he didn't admit it, it also irritated Edgar or KK so much and just continue to make them mad. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You see, Edgar, this isn't Sebastian's fifth stepdad. You are his first and perhaps last stepdad. You've went into these families, get pissed off for whatever reason. You can't keep your Yenus or your Janus in your pants, or you argue or do whatever. This is a 15-year-old child who grew up with his dad for the very first few years of his life. No, Val, he didn't have 5 stepdads. I'm saying Edgar has had 5 wives. Right. Sebastian doesn't go in and out of families, in and out of families. That's Edgar. That's what Edgar does. It's just another day for Edgar. I don't know why you were timed out. Trump won. Guys, don't time it. Don't time Trump one out. If you don't like something, like one of our regulars, if they say something that's against the rules or something, just delete it. Don't time them out. Please and thank you. But you see, Edgar wasn't there until what? Sebastian was 8, 7, 8, something like that. I can't remember. And Seth was there mainly the first several years. And then, KK was in the military. It's fine. Thank you for your service. But she was also running around, wasn't she, KK? On your spare time, sneaking around, going to a married man's house who he had his wife pregnant, and who Seth was at home with Sebastian. Think about that. It does. It happens very easy. It does. And to be fair, I have absolutely timed people out from my pocket. I blocked them from my pocket on accident. So yes, Maurice. Yeah. It's really sad, man.
We're lying about to.
Was that the first time? Was that the first time you had ever hit him with a belt?
Yes, ma'am. The one and only time, actually. The one and only time, actually.
When was this?
Years ago, ma'am.
Any idea how many?
She did
3,
a buzzer.
10,
I
1.
love you, Spirit Seeker.
It probably at least 3 years ago.
I don't understand how that turned into a CPS or Child Protective Services complaint. How were they alerted that you hit him with a belt?
That did not turn into a CPS service call.
He's lying through the crack.
Okay,
of his
fact,
goddamn
Sebastian.
neck.
Here, I'll just.
He is lying through the crack of his cooches. He is lying through the crack of his kunta canta.
Like I said, I got nothing to hide. So Sebastian went to school one day.
Listen.
We were at the house. He got in trouble. He didn't have a belt on. I was like, "Where's your belt?" And got it. Whack. Got him. So whack. Got him. Now, mind you, 15-year-old child, he's not real happy because he's in trouble, so he's being punished.
Hey. Welcome.
Let's give it up for Miss Spirit Seeker. He certainly is lying. Certainly is lying. She just woke up. She just woke up. And she's got a poopy diaper. Hers got a poopy diaper. I gotta go change her. Yes, Eileen, exactly. I think she's ready. Carol, yuck. Yeah. When autistic children are younger, their deficits aren't as noticeable as when they get older. Yeah. Yep. You're probably right. Yep. You're going to need a new buzzer after this case is over. Yeah. One and only time. Mm-hmm. Kind of got him. Did you kind of leave a mark? Well, he said he stopped himself and he said, he showed, right? He showed. Thank you. It is what it is. We got to start making content on our channel. The way explain it on Cher's panel was the first time I heard Cher's panel. What do you mean? You mean smileys? You mean smileys? Oh, they love glasses, yes. Like these two in the army, though. Yeah. I agree, Joe. Oh, nope. Don't knock my laptop. All right, guys. Well, I've got to. Yes, exactly. Is she growing? Can you tell she's growing? Butt is too close to the face. Well, that's just part of it. The butt is always close to the face. She's always on me. Tori. Storms are moving in. Sarah, be very careful. Be very careful. She must have had a good nap. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She's grown a ton. Yeah. Looks like she can't wait to jump. Yeah. She's not jumping yet, but she's getting close. She's getting so close. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my dear. Oh, gotcha, crafting. Gotcha. Thank you. All right, guys. Much love to everyone. It's my second live today. I gotta go change her, and we gotta go to bed. She sleeps good. She'll go back to sleep. So that's thank you. Thank you for that. What size does she wear? She still wears newborn, uh, but um this will probably be the last box of newborn. I probably need to get her a little bit bigger size now. So watch her. When I do that, she starts kissing me. She wants to start. She wants to kind of start grooming me and start kissing me when I do that. Sure. Yep. She's my girl. She's so silly. All right, guys. Thank you all. Thank you to the mods, members, everyone in here. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you all. She hiccuped. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Good night, everyone. God bless.